So Dragon Age Origins was meant to be like a successor in a way to Baldur's Gate. The original Baldur's Gate, not Baldur's Gate 3, which came out much later. And in many ways, it was a good successor. Now, some people thought it was a bit too simplified, and that is a legitimate criticism, but also, they wanted to simplify it to some degree. And I had a good time with it, but it wasn't a perfect game, Dragon Age Origins. I thought some of the side quests were a little weak. I thought some of the character interactions could have been more in depth. I thought the villain was a little iffy, just in the sense that he didn't really have much impact on the main... I mean, he had impact on the main story, but you never really got to interact with him much. There was something really cool you could do with him at the end of the game, but by that point, it's you basically got the game done. Yeah, I was just observing. So,
yeah.
So, there were some flaws with that, but I really enjoyed a lot of the other aspects of that game. So I was thinking to myself, all the ways they could improve it. Dragon Age 2...
Oh, fuck.
Kind of changed... First off, Dragon Age 2, let's be honest, folks. It was kind of unfair what EA did to BioWare. In fact, if we're talking long term, it absolutely was unfair what they did to BioWare. But if we're talking about Dragon Age 2, it was quite unfair. Because they were asked, you've got to make this big, massive RPG game in 12 months.
That is kind of ridiculous, honestly. But...
Yeah, and they were like, we can't do that. And they're like, you gotta have to. And so they were like, they started doing that. They got to the 12 months, they're like, this can't possibly come out. So they're like, okay, we'll give you a little bit extra time, 6 months. And then it's coming out no matter what. And they're like, okay.
Oh my god, how generous. I love that for them.
Yeah, well, EA can be quite scummy when it comes to a lot of things. So they built the whole game in 18 months. And this was meant to be, again, a big RPG. This wasn't an indie game or something. This was meant to be a big thing.
You can't build a big game.
So for instance, so they made do with the limitations they had in some ways. The whole story of Dragon Age 2 is in one city.
Okay.
But it takes place over the course of multiple years. And basically your family has fled the land from the first game because of what happens in the first game. And so they're immigrants that end up moving into this city, and it's about them finding their way in there and becoming heroes.
Yeah, that's
or
more likely the best they could do. What the fuck?
So there's a lot of reuse of environment in that game, for instance.
But the best they could do with what they were given.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Now there's other things that are more debatable, with regards to some of the writing, as well as the fact that the combat system played so differently. Well, I shouldn't say so differently, but quite differently to Dragon Age Origins. So that's because Dragon Age Origins was built first for PC, but even though the console releases were an afterthought, at the time the PS3 version actually outsold the PC version. So because of that, they kind of had a PlayStation 3 first mindset to that development. And so the combat system had to change inherently, because the original game had been really built for keyboard and mouse. And obviously, even today, you basically don't have keyboard and mouse on consoles. Back then, even less so. I mean, at least some games on PlayStation now have native keyboard and mouse support. It's very few of them, but some of them do. So it's just so they had to adjust the combat system. It's just it was so different to the combat system of the first game. It really put a lot of people off. But I did think that it did a lot with what it could, and also it didn't feel like you were really ever wasting your time with the game. It was a short enough RPG, 30 hours. That might not sound that short to a lot of people, but for an RPG, that is actually kind of on the shorter side. But so like, and you know, for most of it, you know, decent experience. Is it as good as the first game? No, but you know, I can at least respect what it was trying to do and acknowledge some of its like, you know, deficiencies. And Dragon Age Inquisition, I feel, is a little less forgivable in my mind, mainly because it was actually, you know, unlike Dragon Age 2, where there was a lot of people who were like, this is not a very good game. Like, Dragon Age Inquisition at the time got a huge amount of praise.
Okay.
And actually even won Game of the Year at the Game Awards. At the first Game Awards, it won Game of the Year.
That's good.
So I had big expectations going in. I was like, okay, it sounds like maybe they fixed a lot of the issues that were in Dragon Age 2.
won!
Congratulations. And you did it with almost 5 seconds to spare.
Okay. Time's it now.
Oh, okay, this will be a relatively easy one. This is Big Bang.
Oh, okay.
You remember how Big Bang works, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, I was expecting... oh, yeah, it's her and Daddy in this one.
Yes.
Daddy?
Yeah, do you not remember?
Oh, yeah.
She thinks this guy's her daddy.
Oh, yeah, Zed. I was thinking of a different kind of daddy, but okay.
Oh my god. Okay.
We're like-
Let's not mix up those two daddies.
No, that's not.
Oh, S.
But Dragon Age Inquisition, so
I'm sorry.
is Dragon Age Inquisition a bigger game
I'm
than Dragon
sorry
Age
for
2?
leaving you alone.
Yes. Is Dragon Age Inquisition, are there certain aspects of it that are better than Dragon Age 2? Yes.
Zed is just a guardian
However, there's one thing in particular that I can't forgive it for,
because I can't
and that
be-
is wasting my time. I know that might sound harsh, folks, but
I
listen to
miss
what
you,
I'm
S.
saying.
I wish I could
Like,
see you.
Dragon Age Inquisition is a 30-hour game that's stretched to 100 hours. There is so much filler in that game. Entire zones. Like, okay, so like, clearly they wanted to make an open world game, and there's a whole development problem aspect to it, and which I can maybe go into later. But so instead of having one open world, they have like multiple zones that are kind of like mini open worlds, and you know, that's fine. But there are several zones that I honestly can't tell you why they're even there, other than to just fill up time. Like in particular, I remember this one kind of desert area where it's like, it's talking about the lore of these dwarves that like migrated into like the upper world from below and set up like a civilization there, and you're going through their archaeology and stuff. And it's like, what does this have to do with the rest of the game? And I know not everything needs to be like, you know, relevant to the main story, and it is technically a form of world building, but it just feels so irrelevant. I just couldn't forgive it for that. And then there was other things that were so weird to me. Like, people thought they'd simplified the RPG elements of Dragon Age too much in Dragon Age 2. Are people not aware? Like, did people not look at how their RPG systems were implemented in Dragon Age
I don't know who
Inquisition?
did better.
Oh, Big Bang, I think, is quite easy.
I think I did okay. Oh, okay.
I don't think, yeah, I was like, I don't think you're gonna wipe them out in one go, but
I think once I did. But that was probably like early on.
possibly. So, like, you know, are there some interesting stuff that happens in the story? Are there some interesting characters in the story? There are. I mean, one that I think is kind of interesting, and you know, I can understand if people dislike this guy, but it's kind of interesting that he just exists. There's a character called Iron Bull in that game, and Iron Bull, he's a big, massive, tough guy, voiced by Freddie Prinze Jr. You know, people might know him for being Fred in the live-action Scooby-Doo movies.
Oh, yeah, I know who that is. Yes. Go on.
And he is a big, tough guy, but he is also a what's the term now? I don't want to say sadist because that's not quite the right word, but he likes to like do a bit of S&M in the bedroom.
I was like, who's a sadist?
So, like, if you get into a relationship with him, he likes to tie you down and do stuff with you.
Okay, fair enough.
But he's always respectful about
Actually,
it.
thinking about it, when I was at my friend's birthday in Tralee, last start weekend, all the guys were like playing Magic the Gathering in one room, and all the girls were like in another at the dining room table talking. And then one of the girls were like, "Let's do the BDSM test." It's like a kink test to like, it tells you how like what you're into or what you're not.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm gonna be so boring. I was 100% vanilla.
So how did this test even go?
So you ask you a load of questions, and like, do you like this, like that? How like Joe from straight up strongly agreed, strongly disagreed, you know, those kind of ones, and it kind of told you like,
Is this an online like testing?
yeah,
Oh.
yeah, like I did screenshot the results and like send it to two of my best friends in a group chat, and I know they both went and did the test, and then another girl, her girlfriend, also did the test because it's just fun. It was just fun, and I discovered compared to all my other female friends, I am boring.
That's fair.
Yeah. See, I'm 100%.
Hang on, I'm looking at this.
Yeah, you're my
phone
friend.
just
You
to
could look
say.
at it.
Let's
So
see.
I was 100% vanilla. I was the only one 100% vanilla, and I was the only one that had vanilla in like anything. I think the next lowest one was someone in the 60s for vanilla out of all the girls. And then my friend, her girlfriend did it, and her girlfriend I think was like 90 something percent vanilla. But yeah, I'm 100%, so I'm a fucking boring person.
Okay, I have some questions about some of these terms.
I don't know some of them.
You can keep going, and I'll
Yeah.
just ask if you happen to know them because some of these I get. Like for instance, I
Don't know
know
some of them. I think the girls explained some of them. A lot of the girls were like switch, and I was like, what the fuck?
I think I know what a switch is.
I think you changed. The girls explained you kind of couldn't be either or.
So I know what an exhibitionist is. I know what a voyeur is.
I was like 0.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say specific percentages
Yeah,
because I
think
didn't think people you.
Yeah, I'm
wanted people
afraid
to-
they'll think so they have everything on the list, and I have a lot of zeros.
Yeah, so don't take. I'm not gonna say any percentages, folks.
You can just know I'm 100% vanilla.
Yeah, 100% vanilla. That's the only one that we're gonna say. Like I know what a non-monogamist is, a pet is,
Hey,
degradee.
Oh yeah, there was actually some very creepy questions of like, do you like to be mothered? Like basically, do you like to pretend to be a child, or do you like it when they pretend? And all of us were like, no, no, no. We were like going to the strongly disagree section. We're like, no, no. no.
Actually, what game mode is this? Actually,
Forgot to check. I'll see it when it
okay.
goes.
I was curious.
We were like, no, 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 no to everything. Like we were very careful because some of the questions were kind of sneaky, being like anything that made us feel like it could be motherly
I'm sorry.
or childlike. We were like, no, no, no. It was so creepy. Those
like-
were furry questions.
So here's a couple of terms looking through here that I'm not 100% familiar with. So what is a rope bunny?
Oh, that's someone that likes to be tied up.
I should get
Okay.
Oh.
What is
I'll see you soon.
a rigger?
The girls told me what it was, but I was kind of drunk, so I can't remember.
I presume experimentalist just means trying new things out.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I know what a switch is.
Yeah. A lot of the girls were switches.
Now, is Hunter Primal like, you know, you go to the club and like, oh, it's party mode with Tetris this time. And like, you know, pick out a target of like, oh, I want to score with them tonight or something like
I'm
that.
assuming so.
Okay. Age player, yeah, I presume that's the adult baby thing you were talking about. I know it's popular to like make fun of furries and stuff.
Well, like,
I'm not-
the furry thing just does kind of weird me out, I'm gonna be honest.
Well, I mean, in some ways, you've made me think you're a furry sometimes.
And well, okay, unless they're like, I'm gonna be honest, I think
Oh, actually,
when you're a
wait.
teenager, you're always going to have a crush on like a character that is like somewhat like that.
Yeah, that
And
makes
I
sense.
think that is where I'm kind of like, do you know what? Okay, fair enough. You're young, and this is like,
It's time to make mistakes.
yeah, it's time to be kind of weird in what you're liking.
When it comes to furries, like people being furries, does the term furry mean specifically that like
There's different forms of it.
you're attracted to them specifically?
He does not realize him tried to screw me over with, fuck him.
Well, that did screw you over there. But so like, for instance, the thing I was thinking of mainly, Caitlin, I wasn't even thinking of you and Miles Fox, Tails.
Tails. When I was a kid, I had a crush on Tails. That is different.
Yeah. That wasn't what I was thinking of. What I was actually thinking more about was you wanting the two in Zootropolis to get together.
Oh no, I wouldn't. No, that's shipping. Oh, and we've talked about this, and I've actually asked other friends, and they agreed with me that shipping is different because they're both animals.
Despite the fact that they're from completely different families.
Yes, they're both animals. I've actually asked multiple people in this conversation, and they all agreed with me.
Okay, so here's an interesting question then, Caitlin. So, You have Judy. Judy's the
Judy Hopps, yes.
Judy Hopps. He's Nick. Is
Nick Wilde.
and let's say you have me standing there. So
And if you wanted to date them, I would be thinking that's a bit weird, yes.
okay, but I'm not even talking about the whole dating thing. So we have a fox, we have a rabbit, and we have a human.
I know technically you're saying what they were saying, Owen, but no, a lot of people would not consider shipping a fox and a rabbit as being furry.
Okay, but let me just finish my point, just to make sure. Maybe it is what you're thinking, but I'm not 100%. Do you know who is most closely related to each other of those three, evolutionarily?
The fox and the rabbit?
Nope.
Us and the fox?
Nope.
Us and the rabbit?
Yep.
Interesting.
And I'll explain why. So, let's start by breaking stuff down. So first off, all three of those are mammals.
Yep.
And what's more, they're all placental mammals. And what's more, they're all part of Boreoeutheria, which is essentially the placental mammals that kind of evolved in like the northern hemisphere, essentially.
Okay.
So like outside of Africa and South America.
Oh fuck, I did not mean to do that, but okay. Sorry, go on.
And you don't have to pay attention to me if you don't want to. You can
Alright,
just
no.
zone out if you want.
Okay.
But so Boreoeutheria is broken up into two groups: Laurasia and Eurycontigleres. And Laurasia is made up of 6 groups, whereas Eurycontigleres is made up of 5 groups. So Laurasia consists of the true insectivores, which are things like hedgehogs, shrews, moles, those kind of ones. You have bats, then. Then you have the ungulates, consisting of both even-toed and odd-toed ungulates, things like cows.
Yeah.
Again, as I said, you don't have to actually pay attention to me if you don't want, Caitlin. Also, you went to scene select.
I meant to do retry, but okay.
You can go ahead and skip that.
Sorry, everyone. I meant to go retry.
So, are you trying to listen to me? Because if you are, you can just zone out.
Okay, I'm zoning out now. Yes.
So, then after, so you have that stuff like cows, pigs, camels, all that kind of stuff. Even cetaceans like whales and dolphins, oddly enough. And then you have another group called Ferae, I believe, which consists of 2 groups right now. One is a small group, a relatively small group called a pangolin. But then the other group is carnivorans, which are broken up into dog-like and cat-like carnivorans. And guess what, folks? The fox, pretty much a dog in many ways. So,
Oh yeah, I knew that.
it's part of the canid family. So it is a dog-like
Okay.
one. So it's part of Laurasia.
Sorry.
Yeah. Again, as I said, you don't have to actually pay attention to me. With regards to the other group, then, because people have noticed, hang on now, you haven't actually mentioned the human or the rabbit yet.
Sorry. Yes. The human and the rabbit. Continue.
You're paying attention to me, Caitlin. Do you really think that's what you should be doing right now?
Yeah.
I said you didn't have to listen to me.
I'm half listening.
Okay.
I just heard you say human and rabbit.
So, the other group then, folks, is Eurycontigleres. And Eurycontigleres is a bit of a different group. So, it starts out with 2 divisions. One of which is called Gleres, and the other be Euryconta, maybe where the name came from. I can't quite remember if that's the name, or if there's like added bits to it. But that's how it is. And Euryconta, I'll start with first. So, you have the most basal of the Euryconta, which is the tree shrew, which is an animal you'll only find in Southeast Asia and South Asia these days. And similarly, you'll also have the Colugo, which you'll only find, I think, in Indonesia and the Philippines, I think. But then you have primates. So your monkeys, your apes. We're all apes, folks. So that's where we are. We're part of the great apes as part of primates. Now, if I go back to the beginning again, so the other path is Gleeries. And Gleeries consists of only 2 living groups. One is rodents, and the other is lagomorphs. And a lagomorph includes bunnies, rabbits.
Okay.
So, from that logic, a human and a rabbit are more closely related together than a fox is to a rabbit. Which again is kind of confusing. Also, a lot of people struggle with, like, that also means we're more closely related to rodents than we are to most animals. Which isn't something that most people want to, you know, want that. Most people don't want that to be the case. That we're most closely related to rodents. Although it makes sense then, because like when they do a lot of experiments in labs, they use rodents as experiments.
Actually, yeah, that's true. Sorry.
And, you know, it makes sense if they're like somewhat closely related to us. Somewhat here meaning like, I don't know, 60 to 80 million years ago. Like, then it makes sense that there's some overlap. That they could be used as a potential test. So, it's interesting from that regard. So, yeah, just to sum it up, folks, that's the logical reason. I guess that's a way to kind of try to explain why it's weird that a rabbit and a fox would be together, because it'd be more normal for a human and a rabbit to be together than a fox and a rabbit. Just from a genetic perspective. Now, I know that there's definitely some art out there that depicts that.
Yes.
But it's not the stuff that I'm into.
I hope not.
I'm not even into cat girls at all, really. Like, I've seen a couple of hot cat girls, but those are the exceptions.
Yeah. Well, sure. Yeah, when they draw them in anime, they are quite hot. I will admit that.
But like, for instance, well, okay, I'm talking to you now, which I don't think I should necessarily be doing.
Yeah, true. Sorry.
But like, just to give some examples, folks.
Oh, yay!
You just got garbage cleanup.
Actually, still was in second, but I didn't die.
It's funny, I actually don't remember garbage cleanup being a power. What's that? Do you notice that he doesn't even say anything when you lose? It's just dots.
It's like you should have won, you stupid fool.
I don't know. Anyway, what was I saying before that? Oh yeah, so like, there's an anime called, oh god, what's that anime called? It was very popular. Escaflowne, that's it. Called Escaflowne. And there were these 2 cat women in it. Like, now, to be fair, they gave me older woman vibes, which like also.
Oh yeah, you have said before to me that you do like the older women's.
Mm-hmm. So like maybe that helped, but like they're also just quite sexy in terms of their bodies and stuff. And also, like, they were cat women, but I think the cat stuff was like relatively subdued to them. In contrast, when I think of a cat girl that I don't find sexy, my first thought, because it's not like I have a ton of experience with cat girls either, even though I'm into like anime and stuff. My first thought actually goes to a video game called Honey Pop.
Oh, Honey Pop.
And I think you know, if I'm talking about cat girl, which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do. She's the kind of the extra at the end.
She's one of the bonuses, yeah.
Yeah.
Along with the alien.
I wasn't a big fan of her because she gave me like child vibes.
Exactly. She acts as so juvenile.
No, like
it was creepy.
It was so creepy. No, they did that on purpose, 100%.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But it was so fucking creepy. It was like, oh come on. The alien was fine. At least the alien was an adult.
Yeah.
Get that. Adult alien woman. Yes, totally get that. That's fine. But why? Why the creepy cat child?
And now, I know there's a popular series of like OVAs and video games, and I've never played them. Apparently, it's sanitized for Steam, I think, from what I'm aware. It's called Nekopara.
I think I know of it, but I've never like...
And I know the original version of it was sexual.
Of course it was.
Now, I think when they released it on Steam, they cleaned it up. Censored it.
Well, yeah, I think Steam is slightly more strict.
Well, they have to be now that the credit card companies went after them. But they...
Now, in fairness, if the porn games people were playing were all adult characters, come on, why do you care? But like, yeah, fine.
So, like, so I know that, like, that's a very popular series. I remember there was, like, a Kickstarter they did for something. I think it was the OVAs. That gathered a lot of money. There's a lot of people interested in seeing an anime adaptation of it.
I think there wasn't there.
Yeah, that's the OVA I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This Kickstarter was, like, ages ago. So, like, they went ahead and made it. Oh, that'd be good to get. Score Vacuum. You'd suck up some of his points and you'd add it to yours. You'll get it, not now. No, you need a orange for that. Or actually, you could do a long one. Dude, that helps a lot when that happens. But yeah, so like I think
fucked up.
the thing is, a lot of cat girls exude that juvenile kind of energy, in my opinion.
Yeah, totally fucked up.
And like as you said, Kathlynn, that's creepy.
Yeah, I've seen some that don't. So when it's a cat boy, no, it's not as juvenile half the time.
A lot of the time. I'm pretty sure I'm aware of some...
Ikto from Shokara would probably be one I think of. I don't think he did not give off like any child vibes, obviously.
Okay.
He gave off a hot guy vibe.
Oh yeah.
And
Probably
I was
like
I please remember he was a teenager and I also was a teenager when Shokara came out, so
like the two women from Escaflowne for me.
yeah, so obviously I had a massive crush on Ikto when I was a teenager. But he was also, I actually think he was like 17 or 18 in the manga and anime. Like, he was like older than Amu.
Oh, that's
From what I remember. But not much, like they were still students.
interesting.
No, sure. I can tell you a very, very popular shoujo couple where the guy was older than the girl.
Yeah, let's not delve too deep
And
into
you
that.
know you know exactly which one I'm thinking of. Well, you should.
I typed in Escaflowne cat girl, and the first thing I forgot about this cat girl. She does exude young vibes.
Oh, wait 2 minutes.
I want the other one.
Do you know what famous shoujo couple I am thinking of?
Are the initials BB?
No. It's my favorite anime.
Oh?
Mamoru was much
Yeah,
older than...
I was about to say, when
You
you said your favorite anime,
Yeah,
Wait,
like,
what age is he?
she's like 14 or something at the beginning, and he goes, remember, she's only 16 and he's 18 going off to America for college.
Oh.
Did you not notice that?
I honestly... I think I was looking at it from other things at the time, so I didn't pay too much attention to that.
She's younger than him.
Interesting. Would that still come under Romeo and Juliet law, though?
I probably, because maybe that's what what the creator was going for. I'm not sure. But yeah, Usagi was either 13 or 14 at the beginning of the series. And I think at the end of the series, she's like 16? And I know, remember, Mama goes to college in America for his thing. He gets a thing to go over there.
Mm-hmm.
You completely forgot that, didn't you?
Sorry, I'm still looking for these cat women.
Of course you are. Why did I do that?
Okay, I have the pictures up. So actually pause for a second so I can show you. These are the women I'm talking about.
I see that. They're women. That's creepy. I agree. They look like women. No, it's not all of the time. Obviously, there is definitely exceptions like that. Ikto from Shokakara. There is exceptions.
Now, I forgot that there's another cat girl in it, and she looks considerably younger.
Yeah. Okay. Still, I guess, could be worse.
This is such a blurry picture that I got of her. You know. Okay, I got a picture of her up if you want to pause for 1 second. If you're fine with that, or do you want to keep...
Probably keep going.
Okay, I'll wait till afterwards. But yeah, I gotta be more careful actually because I completely forgot that this is a cat girl in it, and I'm hoping the girl that people don't think I'm talking about this girl.
Yeah.
Talk about the other ones, the ones that look mature.
If I just looked at the image, they did look mature. I can vouch for Owen on that one. They did look like mature women.
Because I like the women that look like they're in their late 20s, early 30s kind of, or maybe even late 30s kind of.
Okay, actually, I'm losing anyway. Go on.
Not talking about her.
Okay. That one looks like a child. But at the same time, I would just assume she's a child. Like...
I actually can't remember, is she or not?
It's like Star Ocean. Cat Girl in Star Ocean. She just gives me child.
Which Star Ocean?
Last Hope.
Last Hope. The one... Wait, the Last Hope is the one I played.
It's the one with the green... Is it Last Hope? Is it not Last Hope? Oh, God. I know which one it is. This I have to look it up in a bit.
Did it originally come out for Xbox?
Yes. There is a cat girl. She's blue hair.
I've got to look this one up. I played that game, folks. I actually can't remember her. Star Ocean Last Hope.
Just type in cat girl, I guess. You played it.
Oh.
You completely forgot about her, didn't you?
To be honest, I've forgotten about a lot of these characters.
I do know there's the bird girl Sarah, and a lot of my friends from her are super annoying.
I see the one you're talking about.
But I also didn't think they were like I got like small child vibes, as in like she's just a child. I didn't think there was anything like sexual about her or anything. I just got the vibe. Oh, child, you know.
But yeah, so the whole cat girl thing is just like for me, if someone's a cat girl, that's something that they've got to overcome in order for me to like them. Not that isn't adding anything.
It actually depends. If they're not sexualized and they're just a normal like character.
I was talking more about being attracted to them.
Oh yeah. Then no. What creeps me out is when they make you feel like they do scenes where you feel like, hey, that's a bit inappropriate. If they were like just a normal character, I'd be like, okay, yeah, they're just a normal character that just happens to be a cat person.
So when you say you're talking about what was happening in like Honey Pop with that girl, right?
Yeah.
Where it literally felt like she was acting like a baby.
Yes. Oh,
and they emphasize that she isn't a baby because they're talking about her cat ears and stuff, but like...
or she was just very, like, she gave, hey, I feel like the person should be going to jail for even considering this option.
Speaking of Honey Pop, actually, I haven't played the second one at all.
I think. I'm pretty sure I did.
I remember you and another friend I had both played it, and I remember he actually didn't find it as good as the first one.
It's okay. Yeah.
Did it keep your interest to the end?
I played it.
Did you finish it?
From what I remember, I think I did. I have to go look.
Oh, okay, so you did actually beat it, okay.
Like, I don't think I I don't think I
100%.
Yeah, I didn't 100% it or anything.
But you did get to the end of the main story.
From what I remember, yes.
Okay.